it's just gonna be on there for the life of the building. But you have the little eyebrows out here, they're cool. It's a rectangle building. It does make it a little difficult. You have playground through the whole north side of the building. So, you know, you're dumping water right directly onto things, and so you have to come up with a gutter system and an exit of the water in some type of, we got to exit the water, you just can't dump it on a playground or on the sidewalks or something like that. But, but you do have a gym. And on this particular thing, I'm thinking that a gym ought to be there forever. You don't want to ever have to go up there. You never want a problem. And I would consider a mixture of the two, where you kind of use a forever type of roof over a gym, and then a low slope roof over the most of your school area. I do like to recommend a roof that would have a guaranteed life of 30 years, rather than this 10-year guaranteed life of this type of roof.
That lasts 25, right?
That lasts 25. I mean, it's a little difficult to say that it won't, but most of the time, we're doing Lennox schools. That rubber roof lasted 10 years. We're putting a steel roof on it. Clark schools had one that they did, and we're putting a steel roof on that, on their elementary. Same exact roof, same exact manufacturer, and it's 11 years old on a new building.
You said a steel roof will last forever. What's the warranty on a steel roof?
It's 30-year guarantee.
30
on a
year?
steel roof, yeah.
And there's a 10-year guarantee on what we have?
Yeah, on this, what you have right now is a 10-year guarantee. I don't, in particular, like buying roofs by paper. You have a good inspections when you put it on, you have good specification. You have, the attitude of the school district, where you're at, the building, if the building's going to be here. There's a lot of things that go into this, like this building's gonna be here forever.
Well, you said a steel roof has a 30-year guarantee, but in your opinion, a steel roof will last forever on this building?
Just so long, we're a manufacturer of the steel roofing or the membrane roof. I'm not an architect. I sell the actual steel like you saw at Storm Lake Schools when we went over the gym, maybe if you've driven by that. We took that flat roof and we designed a whole new steel roof on it. But over the low slope areas, we have a 30-year guarantee on a low slope roof on the rest of the school.
Is that metal too?
Pardon me?
Is that metal too?
That's metal on the gym,
Okay.
but it's not on the flat, and it just wasn't going to work perfect with all the courtyard they have out in the middle of the roof. But we did slope it with insulation, and you already have that. You can always bid things and put it together and be prepared. You just have a big project here awaiting you.
So when you said 600,000, is the 600,000 figure, is that to put a roof back on it like what we have?
It's pretty close.
Okay, so we could spend 600,000 every 10 to 15 years, or spend 900,000 and we're done for
A long time.
ever, for a long time.
And it's big enough that it's a little difficult to budget, because I can show you budget numbers, or I can give you bid numbers, and when you get to this size, there will be $100,000 difference in the bids. So it's kind of difficult just to bid or to give you an idea, but it's significant. We just kind of thumbed it real quick. I did a quick drawing. Just how much time you put into somebody. We're just trying to get an overview of what you have, and I think we got an idea for you what it would kind of look like, and we're just reviewing what you'd have if we did do a steel roof.
Right.
And I do like steel roofing. You can make anything work.
Well, I think our decision as a board is do we want to spend some money now or a lot of money now? And not only thinking about today, but what the future boards will have to spend also, And in future years, the cost of roofing is also going to probably go up. So, if it's 600,000 this year to put this roof back on in 10 years or 15 years, it may be, who knows what, 800, 900 million in those.
It can be, it's gonna be, roofing is ridiculously expensive, as well as trying to do walls and windows, just everything you do. But, I don't like schools having to redo roofs every 10 years, or every 12 years, or something like that. So I've been trying to change that a little bit in the, in the schools that I work with, and get them to think that, in 10 years or 15 years, all of a sudden, if you put a steel roof on, we did one in Exira about 10 years ago, small little school district. We're not having to worry about a school, but a roof, but if they were contemplating having to put a $350,000 roof on, it might remove the district of an Exira school district. So, Lineville's looking at that type of a situation now, a little school district. So, but I like steel. I like flat roofing. I like roofing that's going to be around a long time. And
What, I'm sorry,
But go
why
on.
are new schools still being built with flat roofs?
it's because of the school boards.
It's cheaper.
Because they're wanting to make
It's cheaper
the
than.
biggest building they can and put in all they can on the inside, and then 10 or 15 years down the road.
They're wishing they went with a sloped roof when they build it 10 or 15 years
Maybe
down
that's
the
all they
road.
could bond for.
Well, that could
So, you're doing as much as you can, and basically, you're trying to do as much on the inside and get as big a building as you can. And so that this comes up, but do we want to spend, Winterset Schools, they're putting a steel roof on their middle school and terrazzo floors. But you're not, Winterset's sitting there with their tax base and their opportunity that they have there. So they did it, but it doesn't happen very often.
So the type of material that's on the roof right now that's lasted 25 years, is that still available?
That's still available. We still
And what
do.
is it?
It's a rubber. It's like an inner tube of a tire.
What's it called?
EPDM.
EPDM, okay.
Manufacturers are, Carline, Firestone. There's a whole list of them. I have that type of product too. But it's kind of an entry-based type of roof. And,
The EPDM is the roof that you're talking about that generally would have a life expectancy of 10 to 15 years,
Mhm.
even though we've exceeded that.
You've exceeded that extremely high, and we can show you, just historical references and articles or whatever you want. You would never get a longer than a 15-year guarantee on this roof. It never would happen. So, yours is getting to be quite a bit. Bondurant has the same thing where they shrink, and yours was just done right. When you do a new building, there's a lot of eyes watching that contractor. So, you got the architect watching it, you have consultants if they're engineers, other trades. You had a good roofer that put it on. And so they did a very good job. When you're just doing a roof, then we're going to talk again about making sure that you have a good inspector on this roof and how important that is, rather than just let the roofer put that down.
Where are you seeing the shrinkage at? Where the building meet, where all the angles meet, around the outside?
EPDM is just, it's like a tire. It just shrinks. If it's exposed, it shrinks. And it'll shrink off the walls. And you've had some of that done, and they've redone the walls around the gym. They've gone around the perimeter. And it's just a normal thing of business. On walls, it costs $15 a lineal foot to repair. Along the perimeter edge of the building that you see, it's $10. We do contractors do thousands and thousands of lineal feet. It's just a standard operating repair procedure that we do everywhere. So on this type of roof, we just did, we're doing like $30,000 worth of all the repairs at Bondurant School. We're just going around all the new buildings that they had down there. They're only like 10 years old or 11. We're doing all the perimeter edge, all of them, because they all shrunk. And it shrunk the material, and so we're adding material, and we're going back all over the edge, and then putting the metal edge back on.